Is your e-commerce business or blog getting little or no traffic? Here are 7 great WordPress SEO tips. What are the reasons we need WordPress SEO tips? Google can send many thousands of people to a WordPress blog. There's no doubt that it's the best channel for marketing. Better than paid advertising or social media. The best part is that you don't need any technical SEO knowledge to implement the tips we'll cover. You do not need to invest years learning something in order to rank well on the web. There is no coding involved. It is not necessary for you to know complicated jargon. You can rank higher with these 7 exceptional WordPress SEO tips. You won't have to spend more than 5 minutes on it. Improve your WordPress website's speed. Rankings are heavily influenced by page speed. Surveys indicate people leave a website if a page takes longer than 3 seconds to load. When people leave a website fast, Google won't rank it. Speed is one of Google's top ranking factors. Google even penalizes slow websites. Your website might be in trouble if it is slow. You will improve rankings and avoid penalties by speeding up your slow website. It is possible to check the speed of your website with Pingdom. If Google Analytics is set up, you can check the page speed there as well. Set it up as soon as you can if it is not already set up. It is easy and provides a lot of valuable insights into your page's performance. How do you check your website speed in Google Analytics? Go to Behavior, then to Site Speed, then to Overview. You are likely to see a very high number over there. However, you shouldn't freak out. It's not what most viewers care about. The loading time of the above fold content is not the issue. On a web page, it indicates how fast everything loads. Also included in that is the back-end code. How can you increase the speed of your WordPress site? The following 3 steps should help you. You can install and set up a caching plugin. One we like is WP Rocket. Compress any large image files before you upload them. Choose a better hosting provider. If there are many images, step number 2 may be time-consuming. However, it is one of the easiest ways to raise your website's speed ranking. Once you have completed all of these steps, check your web page speed on Pingdom. There will be an impressive change. You may need a good web developer if you do not. The speed issues of your website are much more complex than you think. These were just the low-hanging fruit. Work on improving the page speed. There is much more to your website's speed issues than you probably realize. Optimize for mobile devices. Over the past several years, mobile users have outnumbered desktop users. Today, the trend is still growing. The best WordPress SEO practice is to make the website mobile-friendly. Google is aware of this. Because of this, it rewards mobile-friendly websites with higher rankings. Google strives to provide its users with the best possible experience. Mobile websites provide the best viewing experience. Because of this, we like building non-WordPress sites on groove.cm since their website, Page Builder, uses Google mobile-first technology, but they are still in their infancy and you are here because of WordPress. How to make your website mobile-friendly? Consider using a mobile-friendly theme. Dispose of thin content by redirecting or deleting it. What does thin content mean? Anything on your page that has a word count of less than 300 and adds nothing of value to the reader. It should be deleted because it does not provide any benefit. Imagine your website is a farm, and the SEO juice from Google is the water on the farm. The water should flow in the right direction. Have you got many deadweight pages? If so, you are watering dead plants. It is better to uproot these plants and let your water go to plants that are already performing well, so they can do even better. But this is one of the WordPress SEO tips that only looks easy to implement. You should be cautious when selecting thin content. Particularly when your website is an e-commerce site, it would be very tricky. Many of the product pages will have fewer than 300 words. Alt text should be used for images. Google image searches account for 10.1% of all Google's search traffic. You can see how important your images are. Images should always have alt text. Taking advantage of the traffic that your images attract from Google is super easy. Google determines the topic of a page based on the alt text. You will definitely improve your rankings if you add it. Modify all the images that do not have alt text on your website. Screaming Frog is a tool that can be utilized for this purpose. There are also WordPress plugins that will add alt text automatically for you, however, they may not be 100% accurate. Review the site structure and internal links. It would be unfair if we discussed WordPress SEO tips without mentioning internal linking and site structure. When it comes to WP SEO, site structure matters a lot. Your website's navigation is important to Google. Google gives the highest ranking to pages that are linked to many other pages of your website. Hopefully, you remember the farming analogy. Adding internal links is like adding more water to the crop. You gain more water by providing more internal links. Ensure that your navigation is smooth and clean. But be careful not to over-optimize. No more than 15 internal links should be added to one page. These 15 pages should be your most important ones. There are also times when the webmaster is unclear as to which of his or her pages should be prioritized. To find out which pages are faster, you can check your analytics. Did you just publish a new blog post after a lot of brainstorming? Adding a link to an older post is easy. You will rank the page faster if you do that. Working on security. A list of WordPress SEO tips would be incomplete without a section on information security. Every week, Google blacklists almost 20,000 websites for malware. Phishing results in the ban of around 50,000 websites. A blacklisted website will never appear in a search. In this sense, your WordPress website's security is a very important factor for ranking. After a cyber attack, all your SEO efforts could be wasted. However, WordPress security is not difficult. To protect your property from attacks, many information security professionals recommend the Sucuri plugin as well as WordFence. Use HTTPS, SSL. Securing socket layers is called SSL. An encrypted connection between an internet user's browser and the server to which they are connecting is made possible using this technology. This adds another layer of security to your WordPress site. How can I tell if a website is SSL secured? This is indicated by a padlock in the address bar. When a user sees this sign, they feel more secure. This means that the website is trustworthy. An online store must provide this level of comfort to its users. In order to purchase there, they must provide sensitive information. SSL certificates are offered by most top WordPress hosting companies. And it is free if you decide to go with groove.cm instead of WordPress. You should use domain.com if you want a premium wildcard certificate or just a regular certificate. Plugins for WordPress SEO. In the case that you wish to delegate all of the above to someone else, use an SEO plugin. SEO Yoast, All-in-One SEO, and RankMath are among the best. Final thoughts. All of these WordPress SEO tips should help you rank your website. The list we compiled contains the low-hanging fruits but are some of the most important. Now it's up to you to put them into action as soon as possible. These tips aren't magic, but they will help you boost up a website's performance in weeks. And, if you are still struggling, reach out to us about our SEO services for a DIY solution.